Hey guys, what's up? It is Sunday, April the 9th, and I'm going to do a quick update for you guys about what I've been spinning and crocheting. I really haven't done very much knitting. So I'm still working on I'm going to show you the finished items first as far as crochet. So like I showed you guys the last time, I was working on 3 baby cocoons, and I got 2 finished. So here are the 2 that are finished. I just haven't woven in the ends. And this is made with the loops and thread baby yarn. That's comparable to the Lion Brand's Pound of Love, but it's not as halo-y as the Pound of Love. The Pound of Love has a little bit more of a halo to it. And each skein comes, it's 947 yards. And yeah, it's called the Snuggly Wuggly Big is the name of the yarn. So I finished the first 2, and that's how the pattern worked out. And this is made using the bush stitch at the top, and then just a front post double crochet for the rest of it. And then I did a crochet seam across the inside stitches to seam it up, and I did both of them the same way. I chained 86 stitches to begin with, and then once I did the row around after the bush stitch, I decreased down to 80 stitches. So each one for this part is going to be 80 stitches. You just decrease it down to 80 stitches, and then you end it. It's about, I'm not sure how long it is. I don't have, let me see. And it's very stretchy. This stitch, the front post double crochet stitch is very deep. They're about 15.5 inches long, but they're stretchy. So it'll grow with the baby a little bit. And the reason I like the baby cocoons is because you don't have to worry about them getting caught up in things, dragging on the ground, getting dirty and stuff like that. I mean, if you think about it, you put as much yarn in one of these as you do a regular size blanket. However, you know, this, you don't have to worry about a lot of the stuff that happens, with the regular blanket. And to me, it's just as attractive as having a full size. Technically, it's a full size blanket, just doing it in a circle, or a little baby blanket, you know. So those 2 are finished, and I started the 3rd one, and the 3rd one is also using the Snuggly Wuggly, and this is in a yellow and blue. The colors aren't coming out well, but it's like a baby yellow, very light blue green, more towards a green and white. It's not showing up. That's kind of it right there. But I started that one. And I'm working on the top portion, the lacy part, and then I'll decrease down. I'll pick up my stitches and decrease down. I'll do 2 to 3 rows of half double crochet when I pick up the stitches, and then decrease down to 80 stitches, and then I'll start doing my front post double crochet. So that's the crochet that I've been working on. The other thing that I've been working on is spinning. So I finished spinning the Malabrigo that I have, and now I'm going to start spinning the Anzula that I have left after I get this rest of this yarn off the bottom. I finished plying everything too today. So I have this Anzula. I have 2 bags of the Anzula left that I've already broken apart the way I want it into little nests. I finished plying all of the Malabrigo that I had. So that's the other 2 bobbins that have been plied now, and it's a finger and weight. These are the other 3. One is Anzula. This is Anzula, and these are Malabrigo Noob. This is the Azula Fire and Smoke. I love this one. It is so pretty, and I will be keeping this one. The others will be up for grabs in my Etsy store, and they're going to be going in the Etsy store as soon as I can get those off the bobbins and finished. Yeah. So the things that are off the bobbins, I think I showed you guys this before, but this is the Spinning Moon fiber, the Angora Goat Roving Blend, and this was the SWAC 7% Romney, 30% mohair. I did a 2-ply with this, and it's dark, it's more red than orange. That's actually a red, not orangey like it is showing up. But this is a 2-ply. I'm not sure the yardage yet. I didn't count the yardage, but I'm really happy. Excuse me, with how this turned out. And then this was that acrylic yarn, the huge that they're selling for loops and thread, but it's actually acrylic. It's actually a roving, more of a roving type yarn. I just spun it because it's a roving. And then this was a remnant skein. You see, the purple is some of that silk and bamboo silk and silk that I had left over, as well as some of the acrylic that I had left over, and a little bit of the Malabrigo that I had left over from my bobbin. And so that was a remnant skein. So that's all the spinning that I have been doing. Everything's ready to come off those bobbins. The reason I got it like this is so I won't lose the labels. So I put the labels up there with some landscaping tape. And so yeah, so I'll be getting those on the nitty knotty soon and tied off. I already cut up some bits and pieces from some leftover bits and bobs of skeins that I had. And I'll be using that to make ties for that when I put it on the nitty knotty later on today. So the next spin, like I said, would be the Azula. I have 2 of those, and then once I finish with the Azula over on the wall, I've taken all the hand spun down off the wall and put in all the fiber that I dyed, which is some Romney and some Falkland. And I'm trying to spin up all the stuff I've gotten at fiber festivals and stuff first, and then I'll start working on some of my bags of solid colored fibers, like some of the stuff I need to dye, over dye and stuff like that, just to play around, have fun. And then I'll be getting that stuff, stuff into the. I gotta learn how to let go, so you guys can share it. And because I'm not gonna be able to spend it all in my lifetime, and so I should share some of it with you guys. I mean, it's wonderful fiber blends that I've had done too, with alpaca and CVM, and I have a Wensleydale fleece up there, and just lots and lots of nice fiber. I have some Masham. I have some Crochet, which is more of a rustic wool for like rug making and like coffee cup cozies, things you want to felt and stuff like that. And then I have not much, but I do have a little bit of fleece, but it's not like, it's like little bags of fleece, some merino, some mort merino and stuff like that, and some Romney from a particular sheet from the Homestead Wool and Gift Farm. And yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Hope you guys enjoy seeing it. The only rants that I have is, people, stop signs are stop signs for a reason. Stop at them. Not roll through them, not speed through them. Stop at them. They're there for a reason, especially at a 4-way stop or a 3-way stop. or just a two-way stop, or just a single street with a stop sign. It's a stop sign, so you will stop and look before you drive through it, okay? Because if you choose to ignore that stop sign, then it's not just your life you could be ending by pulling forward. It could be the lives of someone who actually are following the rules of the road and they have the right of way. That stop sign is there because you do not have the right of way. And it's ridiculous that so many people are getting hurt, injured, and killed because people are so busy on their damn cell phones, or their life seems to be so much more important than that other person that has the right of way on the road, that you're just going to pull out in front of them and throw it to the wind, and then they got to slam on brakes or slam into you and T-bone you for pulling out in front of them because they had the right of way, you didn't. It's only going to take you a few seconds to wait. And that's one of the things that's one of my pet peeves is that people they're in such a hurry. And the only reason you're rushing is because it's a you problem. Okay? If you know you have a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock, get up, get off your ass at 6 o'clock, get ready, leave your house at 8 o'clock and get there so you have plenty of time, so you're not rushing. You have no reason to rush and be risking other people's lives because it's a you problem. So people need to get themselves in check. Because it's ridiculous how many people are getting killed because somebody else had somewhere to be and they didn't feel that person's life was important. Until they kill somebody, then all of a sudden, why didn't I? No, they don't need to be crying and hooping and hollering now. You're going to jail. Because you were too busy and too much of a hurry and your life was more important than the person you just hurt or maimed and or killed. Because you were in such a hurry because you were running late because of you. So like I said before, think about the things that your actions. Think. Be a pessimist. Be a pessimist. Let Murphy's Law take over your life. What can go wrong will go wrong. Because when you get so selfish that you don't care about what's going on out there in the world or who's driving down the road other than you, then Murphy's Law is going to be visiting you very often and frequently. So yeah, so that's my rant for today. Stop signs are there for a reason. Yield signs mean yield. Prepare to give up the right of way. That means you don't have the right of way. However, if you can safely drive forward without impeding who has the right of way, you can. You don't have to come to a complete stop. You can yield. As in, slow down, look, okay, nobody's there, boom, go. Slow down, look, oh crap, there's a car coming, let me stop. That's the purpose of a yield sign. It means to yield and prepare to give up the right of way. Now, this happened to me today. There are some new drivers out there in the world. This time of the year, there's always some new drivers out there in the world. They get their income tax checked and they go and they get a car. And they go get on the road and they scared to death. And they creep. The speed limit is the speed limit for a reason. If you cannot drive within 2 to 3 miles of the speed limit, you got no business driving. If the speed limit is 20 miles an hour and you creeping by, riding your brakes on 5, and look like you don't have good control of your car, you got no business driving. Okay? When you come to a 3-way stop, the first person that gets there goes. They make their turn, then the person to the right. That's right. Is it right? Yeah. Makes their turn and the other person makes their turn. Okay? Or if they're turning, or they could be going straight, however they're going. Depends on how you come into the intersection. Okay? Now, when you get there and there's nobody at the other stop signs, guess what? You stop, you go. Whichever direction you want to go, go. Bye, go. No, this woman sat there looking. I blew my horn like, lady, drive. She looks behind me and gives me the bird. There's nothing coming in either direction. We've already been sitting there for over 2 or 3 minutes. What are you waiting for? A spaceship to come down? A policeman to go and say, you go this way? You have the right of way. You got to the intersection first. There is nobody else around. That means you're either going to turn left or going to turn right, because you couldn't go straight across. I'm like, yelling, you have the right of way. Drive. And she finally takes off going 5 miles an hour. I kid you not. 5 miles an hour. I went at a cross where I had to go, and I looked, and this lady still ain't even made it up to the next stop sign at the road because she's driving so slow. She is a road hazard because there's a lot of impatient people out there who are going to swoop around her or get run up on her, scare her the crap out of her, and she's going to slam on brakes or her foot's going to hit the gas. People like that have no business driving anymore or at all until they're comfortable. You need to go to driving school and become comfortable driving. If you cannot become comfortable driving, then you got no business being behind a car because you're the type of person who's going to cause a wreck and kill somebody simply because you can't function behind the wheel of a car. You don't have the nerves for it. Don't do it. I don't like driving, but I can drive. And I got to go when I got to go. I go to work, I come home. You know, if I got to go to the grocery store, I go to the grocery store. But I drive in a way where they say, my daddy what they call it, Granny Goose. He said he calls me Granny Gooseneck. But only because I'm driving the speed limit. I'm not speeding. I'm driving the speed limit. The posted speed limit. You got a problem with it, go around me. But I don't have to drive faster than that. I don't have to drive slower than that. It's the posted speed limit for a reason. And in some states, they can charge you for every mile over the posted speed limit you're going. There are people who are going like 10 miles, and like let's say you're in the city speed limit, and the city speed limit says it's 35 citywide or 30 citywide, depending on where you're at. So you're going 45 miles an hour. They're going to give you a fine and a ticket, first for speeding. Secondly, they're going to give you another fine for speeding in the city limits. Some cities and states charge you $10 to $20 for every mile over the posted speed limit you was going. That's a nice little chunk of change if you were going fast enough. Okay? And points on your license for how many miles over the posted speed limit you was going. So, if you want to go around me, feel free. Go around me. Because you don't pay my bills in my house for me to be speeding through. Because I have the luck of the most horrible luck ever. Which is why I'm a pessimist. And the day I decide I want to speed, it will be the day I'll be getting pulled over and given a ticket. I only had one ticket. And that ticket was thrown out in court because the accident wasn't my fault to begin with. But I was the one on the scene, so the police gave me the ticket. Because the other person, once the police got there, all of a sudden they were hurt and had to go to the hospital because that person knew if they stayed around them cops, they were going to be giving him a breathalyzer. That's why he had to go to the hospital so bad. He didn't show up in court, didn't contact the insurance agencies and stuff. And so it was thrown out. So yeah. So I'm paranoid when it comes to people and they're driving. Because they ain't going to get me for speeding, that's for sure. I can't afford it. I can't afford no extra high insurance and stuff. And I know you guys can't afford it either. So, you know what the stop sign is for? Stop sign means stop. Stop. Car should not be rolling. Stop. I had a friend that got a ticket for slow rolling through a stop sign like that. And she was leaving her neighborhood and everybody was doing it. But guess who got pulled over? She did. Even all the other people before her did the same exact thing. That's why I say you don't follow the crowd. Like they say, you follow the beat of your own drum, not everybody else's drum. Because everybody else will get you off beat. Listen to other people get you off beat. Okay? So you follow the beat of your drum within the limits of the law. So that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. I got crocheting to do. I want to try to get this other baby thing done by Tuesday. Get the ends woven in so I can get out there. I still have to mail off my pay it forwards. I finished everything for my pay it forwards. A couple people have gotten theirs. But I still need to mail off the ones for the people who are out of state. And so yeah. So I'm going to let you guys go. And get back to crocheting. So hopefully in a day or two I will be done. Let me get my mouse over here. So y'all take care.